What is up, guys? I'm back with a new video. So today I'll be looking closely at the Nike Air Jordan 1 Retro High Tokyo Biohacks. I got this pair off Champ Sports online during the release September 4th, 2020. So yeah, let's take a look. So one thing that I do notice immediately is it's not the same as the other recent Nike Air Jordan 1 releases. Instead of having like leather all over the shoe, it's mostly made of suede, with the exception that this Nike swoosh is leather. So yeah, I think the biggest difference between this shoe and the other shoes is this midsole. Nike chose to do this neon green midsole. I'm not too sure how I feel about it, but it does really complement the colors well in my opinion. So there's this turquoise toe box. Give a quick look around the shoe. Okay, so when I'm legit checking these shoes, the first thing I would like to look at is the Jordan logo. Just make sure that the stamp is actually embossed in there. You can feel like the difference in heights all over the swoosh. Make sure that the R and D connects. Those are some basics. Yeah, so the newer releases Jordans, I like to make sure that the stitching here is above the Nike swoosh. And then for the toe box, just make sure that the middle holes are all aligned and straight. Make sure that there's no peaks in the leather on this toe box area, so it's nice and smooth. And then just make sure that it has a similar shape to this, not too wide, not too narrow, not too pointy. Then when you're looking at the heel from the back, just make sure that there's this hourglass shape. As you can see, it's wide, narrow, and then wide again. So there is like the Rookie of the Years, you can have this flap here. I really like that design. I think it gives it character because you can put the laces through. Then when I'm looking at the stars, just make sure that the stars are nice and well defined. I know the fake pairs, well, not necessarily this pair, but the other Jordan ones, the stars are really like circular or like not defined. Just make sure that the stars are there and they're nice. This is a size 9, so as you can see, there's about like 3 to 4 rows of stars. Bigger sizes will have more, but generally around this size there's about 3 to 4 rows of stars. Make sure that this Nike is nice and crisp. Now let's take a look at the shoe tree. So this is the shoe tree. Right here it'll list the size. If you have a bigger shoe, it'll have like a bigger interval, but this is a size 9, so it's under the 8 to 9.5. Shoe trees aren't really too much difference. Just make sure that all these designs, the Jordan, this character here, are similar. And then so here's the underneath of the tongue. See if I can focus. Sorry. There's the size tag. So the tongue does have this deconstructed finish, similar to all the off-whites, the blazers, vintage blazers that dropped. So yeah, so also for like stitching, you want to make sure that it's all nice and even. I really like how they had this South Beach tongue. Reminds me of like the South Beach LeBrons that used to drop. And then here's the other shoe. Nothing different. Here's a lace bag. Make sure it's rolled up like this. All the newer releases have been rolled up like this. Then let's take a look at the size tag on the box. Just make sure that all of the text lines up. Then the labels are usually parallel to the red. Of course, they can be misaligned, but usually they're like that. And then just make sure that the stamps on the lid, this red stamp, when looking at these stamps, just make sure that the spacing is kind of similar. Like they're kind of squished, because like the fake stamps are usually having like more like a gap between each like number and value. And inside the box there's also this quality control stamp. And here's the tissue papers, not much difference from that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the shoe.